comes to comic books. RealComicBooks.com.
Oh, hey, where's the intro? Son of a bitch. It's been a rough week, people. Losing books. Was it Tuesday? Well, good thing I had my pants on. I normally was strutting around with my underwear before the show. All right, well, hell, here we are. Movie time, people. We got a couple good subjects that I'm going to bring up that we're going to talk about. We have a full crew tonight. Let's slowly bring them in with the best color man in the business. That's right, Dan, the man.
Good sir. Good evening.
All right, then we have let's see, we have a returning the man who hates everything. Yeah, look at that, Tom. I've noticed that Tom doesn't necessarily hate everything. He just doesn't agree with what a lot of people are saying.
I don't like hype. I don't like hype. I don't buy into
That's
hype.
what it is. So you should be hashtag I don't like hype. Tom doesn't like
true.
hype.
Tom hates hype.
Tom hates hype. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Then we have we've had this reoccurring guy. I think I made it the executive decision to bring him in as as a regular on movie night, movie man, horror star Brian. The only reason why he's here is because he owned a video store. Other than that, I wouldn't fucking
contribute anything else besides.
I wouldn't bring him in. Unless we're talking.
Jokes, so that helps.
And he does laugh at my jokes. Yeah. And then we have the son and mother duo. Normally we just have Shannon, but for some godforsaken reason, the boy snuck in with the mop hair that I am so jealous of.
He said he was jealous. Don't laugh.
I am jealous, 100%.
Okay.
I mean,
hello. I'm the main subject.
Yeah.
Hello.
You can exit.
I'm going to use the restroom really quick and I'll be right back. But I wanted to make sure I was on for
introduction. You're on. All right, go pee.
Yeah.
All right.
And please, for what I said earlier before the show, before we were live, let's not talk about that yet because it hasn't been announced yet.
All right.
I'll tell you after.
I already forgot what you said because of Alzheimer's. All right. We have some interesting topics I want to bring up, and it kind of goes off on what we talked about last month. Can you believe it's already been a month?
It feels like longer than a month.
It's nuts. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, we're already in April. What, April 7th? The next thing you know, we're gonna be seeing each other again in May. The next thing we're talking Halloween movies. It's crazy that way. What I talked about last time we were together, I would like to breach the subject of actors that we think could not be replaced in a movie when it comes to their characters. There's the argument that anyone could be replaced, right? Anyone could be replaced. Big deal. You kind of grow it and stuff like that. And so let's go from the youngest, because apparently you're eager to answer this, JJ. What
I can give you one answer, and my mom will agree with this. In any action fighting Jason Statham movie, I don't think Jason Statham could be replaced. I love Jason Statham.
I know they're all competitive.
The worst take.
Unfortunately, we have to sacrifice Shannon, but take him off the screen.
Go ahead.
Hey, you know what? Have you guys seen the Beekeeper?
Yes.
I love that movie.
I'm the beekeeper. I mean, you know what the thing is that then he's like, I'm the foreman. I'm the driver.
Well, no, I get that some of
I'm the general contractor.
Every one of these action hero guys over the years are interchangeable. You take one guy and put him here, you put one guy, you put him here.
Yeah. I'm the podiatrist. Yeah. It's the most ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. I watch it for for pure sit back and just mesh, and you just turn into jello and just watch Jason Statham kill 400 guys and he has a scratch in his eye. I mean, that, that's
yeah,
just
but
the way it is.
you could put Sylvester Stallone in the same movie and you get the same movie.
100%.
Yeah,
So that's a bad
you would
take.
have a different, they all have their own who they are, of course, but
Right.
they're all changeable.
And it's true. Now someone, I have a list that I found.
Of course
people,
you do.
of who people think cannot be replaced, and I'm going to spoil one of them. One of them said Rambo. You cannot replace Sylvester Stallone in Rambo.
No.
Right?
Yeah, you could have.
I agree.
Specifically Rambo.
As Rambo,
What do you-
like a certain
Like
actor
you
cannot-
can't
no
put
other
Jason
actor can
Statham as
that
Rambo,
character.
and that
Like
doesn't
Johnny
work.
Depp is pirate.
If they were to remake Rambo, you can't put I'm Rambo.
Michael B. Jordan.
You would have said,
Well, but here's the thing. When
No.
you're talking about remakes, right? The longer you get away from the original material, the easier it is to replace them. There's a whole bunch of stuff that was remakes in the 80s that none of us knew were remakes, and they were remakes from things from like the 40s, the 50s. You know,
That's right.
So the further
point.
away you get from a point, the easier it is to say, "Hey, we're doing Iron Man, and we're putting somebody else in." Iron Man.
No.
But yeah, of course you
Yeah,
can. Of course you can.
Iconic movie.
It doesn't matter.
50
It
years.
is
Same with
completely
Star
irrelevant.
Wars.
It's irrelevant. It's
No.
irrelevant because,
It's
as I
not.
said, the longer you get away, I'm not saying do it now. I'm saying in 20, 30 years, you're like, oh, we're going to reboot the Marvel Universe or whatever.
Tom, you might
We're
be
gonna
on
reboot Iron
when I'm
Man.
90 and I can't see anything anymore. You're right. I really won't care who they make as
You
Iron
won't
Man,
care,
but I'm
yeah,
just letting
because
you know right now.
that's one of the things with these remakes, right? The remakes are coming so fast that we're
If you
getting
just
these
said
things
Robin
that
Williams
aren't.
as Mrs.
They're
Doubtfire,
not
I
far
would
enough
agree with you.
away from the
Irreplaceable.
original release. So all of the people that grew up with the original release are still here. We're still active. We're still saying no, right? But when we're all gone in 30 years and the people that grew up with those movies don't know what the hell they are, you can
You're right.
remake that movie with a new actor and there'll be people that'll still be like, oh, I like the old one, but it's a far more
Hayden
easier open
Christensen
door.
can never be replaced as Anakin Skywalker. No one will ever
Yes,
replace him.
JJ,
Nope.
if there's room under that bed, please, by all means, crawl underneath it because you are absolutely insane. Because
Nobody
Shannon-
else can play Han Solo. Like Harrison Ford's Han Solo. That's it. That's all there is to it.
well, they tried it and it didn't
Okay,
come.
I would have said
Yeah,
Harrison
they
Ford
did try.
as Indiana
see,
Jones.
And it didn't succeed. And you know what? That movie's almost 50 years old.
But
We're
you're
going on
talking
48
about,
years.
but you're
Still-
talking
I
about,
would've
no,
said-
but you're not,
Shannon,
you're
I
still
would've said
talking about
Harrison
stuff
Ford.
that we all came up with those movies. We're all still here.
Terminator,
so
the
we reject
giant
it.
Terminator,
But if we
Arnold
move,
Schwarzenegger.
if we move 50 years ahead from us and none of us are here and there's a completely new customer base of, we're going to remake Star Wars or whatever you want to
Okay,
say.
but with
That's
that
what I'm
being
saying.
said,
Yeah.
that being said, people just need to come up with new shit and stop.
Oh, I
remaking
agree.
shit.
No, I totally agree.
Oh well, that's
That's
the
a
answer.
whole
Can
different
I
world.
say
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Can I? So a couple things. I think you're
If it's something, I swear, if it's something
Indiana
stupid, Dan.
Jones-
Okay.
No, it's not stupid. Indiana Jones, I think
Okay.
Harrison Ford is one of those you can't replace. I think he was Indiana Jones, right? And they tried with an older version of Indiana Jones, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
They try with Shia LaBeouf. It just didn't really land, right? I think Harrison Ford. I think though, to your point, Tom, there are those movies that they're spaced out enough. Like Dune's a very current example of that, right? I've seen now 3 different versions of Paul Atreides, right? I prefer Chalamet, right? So, I mean, to your point, I guess
in
there
the
is a way
case
to
of
approach
Dune, and in the case of Dune, you got progressively better films,
Yeah.
But the thing with Dune also is that Dune and Paul Atreides is not Han Solo. He is not in the public consciousness to the degree
Dune is
of if
dumb.
you say, oh, Han Solo,
Oh,
Chewbacca,
no.
whatever. Like that is, people got like those dudes on their walls and their toys and whatever. There's not a ton of Paul Atreides figures on people's shelves.
But Dune is
Yeah.
dumb.
The
Yeah, no, I
guy-
agree. I agree. Dune is
Arnold-
dumb. Yeah. So
Arnold
I really
was-
think you got to change the question to
No.
like who is who is irreplaceable in within like the
Yes.
now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
so
now. You can't look
so,
forward. You
Like
can't
as
look
a, as
back.
a
It's just
general
like,
actor.
let
yeah,
me okay.
like for
let-
example,
so let-
I'll give you mine. I'll give you mine real quick. I don't think that you could modern day recast Wolverine. It's Hugh Jackman, and it's Hugh
Oh.
Jackman, and it's Hugh Jackman. If
I
you
agree.
suddenly are like, well, Hugh Jackman is
100%.
now this guy, there would be a revolt.
Correct.
That's
So let
like
me-
Johnny
let-
Depp and Pirates.
So let me
That's a good one. That's a great
change
one.
the rules. Let me change the rules.
Yes.
So the rules is because I was thinking about you stole the thunder. So the new rule will be
Damn you, Tom.
who is not replaceable at this current time, meaning in 2 years from now they're going to redo this character
Mhm.
with some douche, right? So that's where we're going, because if we go based on
I'll kick us off. Elijah Wood's Frodo Baggins. Enough said.
Who?
You can't Frodo Baggins. It's Elijah Wood.
Lord of the Rings.
so
Every
if they were
time.
to make a new Lord of the Rings, a remake,
John Rhys Davies.
if they were to make a remake in 2 years, starting all over, almost script for script, word for word, could you replace Elijah Wood?
Yep.
The guy, hold on. I don't like this movie in any means, but he did a good job in the movie, and it's really popular. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna use that. I'm gonna use Timothy Chalamet and Marty Supreme. And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly why. And if you know the backstory of the new movie, he spent 7 years acting on Dune and other movies, learning how to play ping pong for this movie, for it to be like the number one
Tom
movie in the
literally got
world to
disgusted and
lose.
left. Oh, he's back.
I don't even know
I-
the movie he's talking about.
Or Dune. I don't think anyone can replace him in Dune.
So what
I-
ping pong got to do
Yes,
with it?
there's only one blade. I'll agree with that too.
Okay, hold on. All right.
I mean,
Hold-
Forrest
hold on.
Gump was
You
damn
didn't
good
see
at ping
anybody
pong. He
famous.
didn't take him.
Timothy Chalamet? He's
What-
like
what
one of
do
the
you-
most
what-
famous people on the planet right now.
Right now.
Who?
We're talking
Good
about
injection
the
of the
present
Forrest Gump
time.
reference, Brian.
Movies?
Excellent job.
In the present
What-
Okay,
what-
time.
wait, but
what-
we're
what
talking
did-
about
what
the
did
movies.
Brian-
We're talking about
what did
people who
Brian
play,
Gump
like,
say?
sequential parts, not just one movie and one thing. Like
Dune's 2 movies.
no, but Wolverine is multiple. Pirates of the Caribbean is multiple.
Then
We're not
Chris
talking like
Evans
one or
is
two.
Captain America.
That's exactly right.
There. Chris Evans. no one
That's
can
what
replace
that's
him.
what we're talking about.
Or Chadwick
So-
Boseman is Black Panther. No one will ever replace him as a better Black Panther. No, Tom, do not argue it. I see it in your face. Don't argue it because you know I'm right on this one.
He's literally going
Well-
to be recast. It's about to
Yeah,
happen.
it's already
Oh,
going to
that's
happen.
because
Eventually,
he's
all
not
these
here. I'm not
characters will be-
here.
No one will ever do it better.
No one is.
This is the thing. All right.
Nope, I disagree with that one. Sorry,
Let's
I'm
go
talking about the
with
comment.
What about Ryan
knows
Reynolds
that the
in
best
Deadpool?
sacrifice.
Would it be a better
Nah, he can be
Deadpool than Ryan
replaced.
Reynolds?
He could be.
No,
a
Ryan
better
Reynolds is Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds has been Deadpool his entire career.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good example.
But this goes back to like so.
Like if you go and watch Waiting, you guys know the movie
Oh my
Waiting, where
God,
Ryan
I
Reynolds
love
is a waiter. That's
You mean the
Deadpool as a
Batwing?
waiter.
Tom, you're talking about the
Agreed.
Batwing?
Yes,
Agreed.
the brain. Yeah.
I fucking love that.
But that's just
movie.
Deadpool as a
Waiting
waiter.
2,
So yeah.
dumbest shit ever.
That's wrong.
Even
so-
even
Brian,
Van
go ahead,
Wilder.
Brian, sorry.
Van Wilder was the warm up for Deadpool. Like he is just Deadpool in college.
No, you're.
Brian,
I agree to
Brian,
that.
go
You're
ahead,
right.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
But see, like to that point, whenever I was growing up, I didn't think that in the Batman movies, Joker could be replaced. I thought Jack was the ultimate Joker, and then
Oh,
here comes
well.
Heath Ledger. So
Oh, Heath
You
Ledger.
No, I don't.
I think
I don't like Ledger.
everybody could be
I don't like
replaced.
Ledger.
Oh,
I don't like
Tom,
Ledger at
come
all.
on, man.
Time out. Hold on.
Why am
Generally
I not shocked? Why am I
I
not
don't.
shocked?
I don't. I don't.
But
You don't
hold
like
on,
Heath
but
Ledger?
Why?
As an actor or for that role?
I don't like the Joker. The Joker. Heath Ledger as
Oh,
an
okay,
actor,
okay.
he's fine. I don't really know his. I'm not deep in his. His.
Well, he's
But-
not around
but-
anymore, so that's
to
I
your
don't like.
point-
I don't like Dark Knight, much less Joker. So
he doesn't.
To your point, Brian, when Batman '89 came out,
Yeah.
no one thought you could replace Michael Keaton.
No, I thought that's my Batman and my Joker. But I will say, Heath Ledger Joker is pretty much it. I don't think that's going to be topped. And that would be the same thing as like Terminator. Schwarzenegger is Terminator.
Yes.
Uh,
I said something good.
But
Well, they tried
Eventually
others.
There's going to be another Terminator that's going to, someone down the road is going
And it won't be Arnold. I think the trick though is
it'll
that
be AI.
it has to be something like with the Batman example, which is great because you had the original Batman movie, Adam West. You had the Michael Keaton Batman movie, which was a completely reimagined thing. So you got a new sort of environment for it to live in. The Nolan stuff is again a completely reimagined environment for those characters to live in. So I think in those situations, you can transplant these actors. You can still say one is better than the other. James Bond, right? You can still pick your James Bond, but because each sort of segment is its own entity, in as far as reimagining the environment, I think you can do it. I think that's where things like Star Wars are going to struggle because again, Han Solo is Han Solo. You're not going to alter the environment enough to have a new Han Solo, right? Stuff like that. So with the Marvel situation, because they have this universe that they've built, they almost if they're going to go through the growing pains of not having Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and just be like, well, we're using all our B-list guys now. They're going to go through those growing pains. Again, I don't see them having the ability to do what DC does, which is like, okay, that's gone. New environment. Let's recast. Let's do new stories, whatever. Marvel has almost put themselves behind the 8 ball because they have the universe. It's all coherent. It's all forward moving. And they don't really have the option of just, well, we can just cast a new Iron Man because people will revolt.
But so, Caesar, are you going to talk?
Well, no, go ahead there, Mom.
Okay, so like I understand your point, and it makes sense. It's wrong, but it makes sense. So
it's wrong, but it makes sense.
So I understand your point with the Joker. It makes sense. The Batman thing, but saying you don't like the Dark Knight, don't understand that. I don't even want to hear your reasons.
I don't like the Dark Knight. I'll tear it apart for you anytime you'd like. I'll tear it apart.
So
yeah, don't like it.
So even if you don't know who Heath Ledger is as an actor,
I know who he is. Of course, I know who he is. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not deep in his filmography, but I know who he is.
Ledger literally changed the view of people, the way people see Joker, that people think Joaquin Phoenix, who's a okay Joker, is the worst Joker ever. Cause I mean, he kind of is, but Heath Ledger changed that character forever. No, every way that they make Joker, they will compare him to Heath Ledger because of the way he did his job.
False.
That's not false. It's literally true. You hear people talk about it all the time at cons. Like there's proof.
False.
I'm gonna go with
I know what you're saying, and again, I get what you're saying, but you're wrong. There's a reason why Heath worked it within the thing, but it wasn't because of Heath.
But you know what? You're both wrong because it's just an opinion anyway.
Yeah, you know, this is the funny this is the funny thing about the Joker Batman thing. Actually, scratch that. Imagine if people said, well, we're never going to recast James Bond ever again because no one can ever replace Sean Connery. Right. If we ever said Sean Connery is and was he was the only James Bond and it ended in the 1960s. And they said, you're right. We're never going to make another James Bond movie because Sean Connery is too old or he doesn't want to do the role anymore. And we're never going to recast him. Mm-hmm. Right. It would have been, we would have missed out on what, Brian, 400 fucking James Bond movies, right?
But again, with James Bond, you had a situational reset. It wasn't just that you had like this thread of a character. You took him from a different era and put him into, again,
he's raising his hand. He has a question.
The technology changed everything that he did. Like with Connery, there wasn't a whole lot of gadgets and stuff. But when you went to Roger Moore, that became the staple of that character. So they modified them enough, just like when you went from Adam West to Keaton, you modified them enough to be their own individual sort of bubbles.
So you can,
but they played out the roles differently too. Because like with Keaton, it went
your turn.
It went darker.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Wait, how about Daniel LaRusso and the Karate Kid?
No, wait, hold on. You got to do
this.
Jason Statham could play that role. What are you talking about?
I'm the Karate Man. I'm the Karate Kid.
What is James Bond from, or who is this guy? The movie is called James Bond.
What's that?
The movie is called James Bond.
He's
No.
asking
Okay,
who
what do you-
James Bond is.
If you don't know who James Bond is,
James
you need to
Bond
go
is-
to Amazon right now and
No,
figure it out.
Netflix. Oh, is it Amazon or Netflix?
Oh no,
think
you're right. I think
where's
it's
it?
Netflix. I think
Both?
it's Netflix. Yeah.
All of the
Netflix.
above.
So this
Yes.
guy is so famous.
But
He has
you
his
won't
own
like
movie
you.
named
But you won't
Martini
like.
became super popular because of him.
like the espresso martini.
No, just a regular martini.
Like that.
Just
A
regular
gin
martini.
dry martini. Stirred, not shaken.
not stirred. Shaken. Or it'll be Bane. Shaken, not stirred. You know the funny thing is about
Multiple actors have played him.
people like you, JJ, and I think Tom was alluding to this. If you were to, because Netflix has the whole catalog right now, so you can watch from the first one to the last. If you were to go and watch it, you won't enjoy
guy's in
the
the-
ones for the 1960s, 70s, 80s. Hell, you might even find the 90s ones corny.
Well,
with Pierce
JJ's
Brosnan.
James Bond is Kingsman, right? JJ's
I
James
love
Bond is
those
now
movies.
Kingsman. Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what he's going to
that's-
know now.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the gap, that's what it is.
All the gadgets and stuff
Also,
like that. Yeah.
Mission
looking it up
Impossible is
right now.
basically
Mission
American James
Impossible.
Bond. It's
Right.
Can I
American
get a
James
raise
Bond.
of hands on who like Ton? Just keep your hand down. Who likes James Bond in here?
Who like
Oh,
James Bond, yeah.
James Bond. Fuck
Of
yeah.
course.
I don't.
So, how do you find this like? How do you?
You haven't seen it. You can't say anything. You can't. That I will tell you right now.
Yeah, if you have never seen it, you can't,
can't
say
respond.
you
Yeah.
can't
No,
respond.
no, but JJ, go ahead and give us your opinion so we can shoot it down. Go ahead.
So,
You can't give an opinion about something he hasn't seen. So Dan, do not promote him.
hold on.
sir.
Is he a hitman? Hold on. Is he a hitman?
No.
Why the
He's
hell
a
is he
spy.
dressed
Well,
like a hitman
he's
with
a-
Because he's an
spy.
undercover agent.
He's a
That's
spy with a
like every
license to
other-
kill. So
To
he
kill,
is-
yes.
He is a authorized assassin, but it is not his job necessarily to go kill a person. He has,
And he's also
spy work
he's
to do. He has
also
to
a
figure out
he's
the
also a
mystery.
spy who loves me. And he's a spy for everything. It's one of those.
It's like
Okay, so that being said, I personally think other than Wolverine, other than Thor, I think Thor would be really hard to cast as
Deadpool.
well. Now
Deadpool.
Deadpool's on that list. Now, can you replace Hawkeye? Yes. Can you replace Ant-Man? Yes. There's certain characters out there you can go, yeah, I'm pretty sure they can look what happened with Fantastic Four. They have a couple of them, right? Like what they did with Johnny Storm. I mean,
I agree
So-
with Shannon though, and Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow. Honest to goodness, I
Yeah.
think that's a good call out.
yeah, I mean, could you replace Ethan, what's his face, and well, his character is from Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, right? I mean,
Yes.
Ethan Hunt.
You
Can you
could
replace?
that would be a James Bond situation though. You'd be like,
Jason
we're gonna
Statham could take Tom
reimagine
Cruise's
the
place in that
world
movie.
and have a new Ethan Hunt.
Well, like Dan said, you can't put Mr. Miyagi replaced by Jason Statham.
You could.
Definitely
No, you can't.
No, there's only one Mr. Miyagi.
You're
I'm
a
sorry.
nice student and just punches a dude
That's
straight through
that.
the face.
That Mr. Miyagi. What'd you say, Dan? I'm Mr. Miyagi.
Ralph Macchio was the Karate Kid. I don't think anyone can do that ever again.
You have to wax
What kind
on,
of
wax
hat?
off.
But not as
Yeah, what are you talking about? Of course, he could be replaced.
How about-
He has been. To be fair,
Yeah,
they've
How
got
about
lots
Doc
of Karate
Brown?
Kids.
Christopher Lloyd.
They did a whole
Yeah,
show. back
Doc
in
Doc
Korea.
Brown is on that list as well. I think. Can you replace Doc Brown?
I mean, you can, but I mean,
You
to
can,
me,
but I don't know that it
think
would be the
it's a
same.
generational thing.
The
I think
context
if
of
you
it
watched
is
the first time, then yeah, that's your Doc Brown. You can't replace him.
Yeah.
That could go for every
Exactly.
movie. That's
So
not.
again, it's all context. Like if in 50 years they finally said we're going to remake
Yeah.
Back to the Future,
you-
then you get a whole new crew of people watching it.
I tell you what, the real test would be is
hoverboard.
the Ute,
Michael
right? The Ute, like JJ.
Yeah.
So JJ, if you were to go back, if you were to watch any of these movies that we're talking about, where they're
Okay.
very iconic, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you be proposed to you, hey, can you replace that actor? And you watched all of those movies that actor was in. Let's just say Tony Stark, in your opinion, right? Because you've seen all the Avengers. movies.
No, I don't think Robert Downey Jr. could ever be replaced. And if he is, it will never be anywhere near as good or iconic.
The only reason why I think you are wrong, and let me tell you why, is because since the Marvel has this multiverse stuff, this is how they introduce new characters into roles. So you have a multiverse where you have another famous actor playing Tony Stark.
Yeah,
and
we
if
know.
you keep throwing that actor over and over and over, and you pull Downey Jr. back, and all of a sudden it's that actor over and over again. Your
Okay.
mind gets a little brainwashed to go like, that's the new Tony Stark.
No, not really. I'm going to argue this from my standpoint, like my
You're
combative
wrong,
side.
but you're also right.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying from my debate of that would be, yes, they can cast him and somebody else in a multiverse. Yes, they can cast it in the future. Is it still going to be as iconic as the original though? No, it's not. Yes, they're going to do it because they've already planned on doing it. There's, Ironheart's coming in, like other things are coming in as it is. But anybody that's ever watched him, his generation, our generation, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. He's the original. He's the OG. That's just what it is. Even in 30 years, if they decide to redo it again, he will still be the original. And I can guarantee at that point, they will have some flashback with his scene in it somehow. Because they have a tendency to do that now, too.
I don't think Terminator could be replaced either.
He's robotic. That's kind of easier than not.
But, like, he's so good at his job.
What I think there are certain people that can replace, and there's other certain people
Leonardo
who can't.
DiCaprio, no matter what we're talking about, I don't think he could be replaced in anything.
He could replace in everything.
He could be replaced in every single movie he's done.
Titanic.
Hell, you can replace him in Titanic with fucking Pee Wee Herman's ghost. He could definitely be replaced. You can be replaced with the.
See, but here's the thing: there's a difference between replacing a guy like Leo in Titanic or whatever, and replacing somebody like Chris Evans, who's in a series of movies that span a period of time. Leo is in a whole bunch of like single spot movies, and while he's good in them, you're not going to take it away from him. If you were to be like, well, Leo's not in Titanic, it's Timothy Chalamet or whatever, right? It's you're still going to get that singular experience. There's no Titanic 2, Titanic 3, Titanic Avengers.
That's why I keep
but
telling you
when you're talking about like the
series.
franchises,
Once a
franchises are where people
like
get
Batman.
wrapped up as a character
were
in
talking
their
about
brains.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
There's
Yeah.
multiple
What's the guy who? Oh,
Not what? Who?
Yeah, same thing.
No.
And
this is what's wrong with the educational system today.
Yeah, it's pretty
Grant
bad.
Gustin.
I have an excuse.
As Flash.
Oh.
Who's replacing Grant Gustin as Flash?
Okay.
Any
Whoever
fucking
they-
person,
Literally whoever they choose in the next.
you can get a dartboard and throw it.
Because JJ, let me tell you why.
No, let
Because
me tell you why.
everything-
No, Tom,
because
stop.
Everything has been reset. Just like we went from Adam West to Keaton to Bale, everything
Christian
is a
Bale
bubble that's
and
being
will never
reset.
be.
Just like we just got a new Superman again, right?
He's a really good Superman.
New
I like him.
situation, new bubble of experience, new bubble
But
of
they
environment.
tried and failed.
Yes, you can replace.
No, I think
somebody,
it's a
but
matter of
it's gonna be
opinion. I mean-
successful. There's always the original.
I think-
iconic
Of course.
people who
Well,
did
and in
it,
the case
then
of,
there's
like-
people who fail in that position.
Of course. And in the case of like a lot of these superheroes, the constant reboot, that's a really tough sell, especially since we literally just had Henry Cavill in Black Adam. And then 2 years later, we're like, nope, new Superman, we're starting over. So there's definitely, again, it's all timing, right? And DC doesn't always have great timing with what they're doing.
They never have great time.
Yeah. So,
And I'll say about the Superman thing, just to kind of add to that, is Christopher Reeve, just for nostalgia. I mean, he kind of really set the stage and set the table for a great character for movies. But
perfect.
Me personally, among history, Henry Cavill is the best Superman.
That's not even a rational thought, because his first
I know.
movie isn't. He's not even Superman in the first movie.
Yeah, The Witcher. The
Witcher's
show literally
great.
lost popularity when he left because.
Well,
he left.
I will admit.
Yeah.
I will admit. Now, see, that's a very good example, actually. All right, The Witcher. Let's bring The Witcher. I like me the Henry Cavill Witcher, and obviously there's so many aspects because of why I like them. So we did watch the new one with what's his nuts, and it just didn't hit the same. It just didn't hit.
Liam Hemsworth
It just
is
didn't hit.
not a
So,
good actor.
Liam Hemsworth, and it
He's
felt
good
like
anyway.
it felt like an SNL skit. It felt like an SNL skit, like The Witcher they replaced with the wig, and it's just very odd. I'm gonna finish it because you already I already started it, so I gotta finish it. But that is a very prime example of certain characters that are just ingrained. And probably the best one, and you mentioned it, Tom, is Wolverine. I think Wolverine is very hard to replace. I don't.
And considering that he's existed
Can
through
I
all
throw
of the
something out here,
different
Tom? Just
reboots
like-
and incarnations, like it's
Hey,
like
Tom.
Jesus Christ, they rebooted it with First Class, and he was still in it.
It is, but you'd have to
As a
use more
counterpoint, though, to
characters.
your Hugh Jackman
The one who
is
played
Wolverine
Khaleesi.
comment, I think had they not cast Hugh Jackman and they cast, is it Carl Urban? I think he could have been a good Wolverine.
Well, it's the question
now
isn't
we know-
who else could have been.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
If he had been in that
Fair,
case,
but
we'd
I
say the
think,
same
again,
thing. We
he
would be
could have
right
been
now
a better
saying,
Wolverine than Hugh Jackman.
well,
Mm.
maybe not, but we would just be in the same position. We'd just be saying Carl Urban is the best Wolverine and he can't be recast because he would have had that length of time in the roles. So, Hugh took
I guess
the
my
took
point
the
I'm trying
run
to
at
make
it.
is
and-
but I guess the point I'm trying to make is there's roles where you're like, there is nobody that could play that role better. And then there are roles where, yeah, somebody played it well, but there are legitimately good, valid substitutes that probably could have played it better.
But could have isn't the question. We're talking about somebody who's existed and is now being replaced. We're not going back to
Yeah.
the beginning and playing
No, but I
what
mean,
if.
Peter's point was who acting is irreplaceable, and I'm saying Hugh Jackman is not irreplaceable as Wolverine.
I think so.
But he
I-
is. He is in this time frame. He is.
Well, just because you can't.
Because if you were to
envision it, but I
because
can.
we're talking about recasting, not going back to the beginning and
There's different ones
recasting.
in every
We're
one.
talking about recasting now. So if you have Wolverine for
Yeah,
25
but
years
that's a
through,
niche.
or Hugh
That's a
Jackman
niche
for
thing.
25 years through all of these films,
Oh,
and then you're
Jesus,
suddenly like, you know what? In Avengers,
Okay,
it's going to
so
be Carl Urban.
replacing means
Who's Harry Potter?
so replacing means recasting. It's not like
don't know
who
his
else
name.
could have been
Hold
a
on.
better version of that.
No, that's the beginning of all of this. That's a whole different world. Is who
That
could have
character's
been
been
better.
over
We're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah. No. We're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about like if they were to start a new Marvel movie tomorrow, and
Okay.
and what's his face said, and Hugh Jackman said, "No, mate, I'm not going to be in it."
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, somebody we have a new guy.
Jason Tatum, hands down.
I'm Wolverine. It just won't. And the beekeeper. And the contractor.
But the other thing is it's not a matter of like, okay, let's say Hugh Jackman left and it was Carl Urban, just to use a guy, and Carl Urban takes over the role. It's not a question of whether or not he can do it. It's whether or not the fans will be like, yes, the doors are wide open. We're hugging because this happened. If you do it in a period of time where the fans don't have a gap of like, we're going to settle down for a minute. We're going to relax. And then like 10 years later, they're going to be like, okay, we're bringing Wolverine back, but it's going to be Carl Urban. You give them the sense of breath versus like, hey, like this Henry Cavill to Corn Sweat. It's like, you got like 2 years,
Yeah.
and everything that just like blew up. So, nobody had a chance to really breathe with that Cavill to Corn Sweat moment.
Where are we
So
with
again,
that,
I
by
think
the way?
all of this is
Corn
just
Sweat or
time,
Cavill?
I'm not a huge fan of the new Superman.
Corn Sweat, I'm not either.
Yeah, I'm just.
Me
I mean, I
neither.
don't mind him necessarily, but the movie was not anything.
Yeah,
I didn't see. Everybody said it was great. I thought it was like, meh.
No.
It
It's
was
a situation. Superman to me is a situation where everybody that liked it and genuinely liked it, I feel like what they got out of it was a sense of tone change because they were so anti Zack Snyder, his dark Superman. Like they were like, it's not my Superman. So when we got new Superman, he was blue again. He was the Boy Scout again. He was
the
what people
tights.
understand Superman to be. And so I think that they vibed off the movie, even though the movie itself was not like a great anything, but they
I
got
like
the
the
vibe
idea of it
out
going
of it.
dark.
There's something to say about where the nostalgic blue suit with the red underwear, right? The red underwear speaks to those people, then goes, that's Superman, right? Where this thing right here is what people
I like the
identify
Snyder Cut
Superman
Justice
as.
League. I like
Well,
the
and
Snyder
yeah,
Cut.
you got to remember also that just in the general populace of buying things like Superman in the blue suit and the red trunks, they still sell those toys. They still make that animated series. Like that iconic design still exists. So when it disappeared for the Zack Snyder, well, it didn't disappear, but when it disappeared for his movies, and you got like that darker tone of the DC universe, that's when you started to sort of get some pushback. The Zack Snyder fans liked it. The people that like darker superheroes liked it. But the people like me that are like, no, it's Christopher Reeve, I'm like, this is a different world. This is a different tone. So it's similar to like when we had Adam West and went to Michael Keaton, right? You went from the colors into the Michael Keaton. But for whatever reason, for me, I actually still like both, like almost equally, because they were so polar opposite that I was like, oh, this is fun, but I enjoy the Michael Keaton stuff too. But that's what they had there. You went from Reeves and Brandon Routh, that movie, to this Zack Snyder dark world where everybody was dark. So theoretically, that's what we're talking about. You created a new bubble, a new dark bubble for DC, and you recreated everything in there. And you had success. You can't take away that there was success in there, but for whatever reason, it had no longevity to it.
What about Beetlejuice?
No.
Could you replace Michael Keaton and all of his 13 minutes in the film?
I think you could replace him. I don't think you could recast him. I don't think you could do Beetlejuice 3 and not have it.
It sounds like to me, basically, is every person can be replaced. They just can't be recasted as easily, right?
That's where I come from.
Recaptured.
It's not that they can't be recasted, and you kind of know that it's all about the money. It's all about the popularity. And if the fans will look at it and go, that's not my Beetlejuice. That's not my this. Not my so-and-so.
Look when they did the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, and people were like, no, because there's no Robert Englund.
Right.
Because who they use? Jackie Earl.
Yeah, Jackie Haley or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, it was
Haley's
okay,
right.
but no, I agree.
What about Luke Skywalker?
Like
Freddy Krueger. There is no
Freddy Krueger stuff.
I mean,
see, you can get away with Halloween because the fool wears a mask, right? You can replace.
Well, and he doesn't talk.
Well,
that's Freddy is the
were
personality.
Michaels.
Yeah.
There were multiple Michaels.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Michael doesn't say anything, so he's no. Same with Jason. People like Kane Hodder as Jason because he did this he did like 4 of the movies in a row. But even in that context, like Jason doesn't say anything. Jason is just a big guy. So it's still not the same as Freddy because Freddy, yes, you could put the makeup on anybody you want, but Freddy is the personality. Freddy is that voice. Freddy is all of that. So when you recast Freddy, you got to have somebody that can go a little cuckoo lala. But I don't know that anyone will ever be able to take that role and have it be taken seriously assuming they were to do it again without him.
I would love to see an episode of Halloween where they do a close up on his face. He's like, "I'm Michael Statham, mate," and it's Michael Statham the whole time.
Will you stop it?
I'm the beekeeper.
I'm a nightmare.
Michael
I have to
Statham.
answer your question because I've been holding
Michael
on to this
Statham.
for like 20 minutes.
I'm the
Harry
mailman.
Potter.
Who?
Like,
Daniel
well,
Radcliffe?
They're already replacing him now.
No.
Yeah,
HBO
Radcliffe's
show.
a hot guy.
Yeah.
No.
He's
What do you mean
replaceable.
about no?
Anybody, you could get
he
anybody to that role.
You can get anybody
He's
for
not
this. I
fully
mean,
replaced. They're doing the series, and he's in the
Yeah.
series. To be fair,
who's in the
but
series?
how they're doing that is completely different. He's recasted. He's not replaced.
I think it's harder to replace Severus Snape, recast him, than to recast Harry
Oh
Potter.
my
in
god! And
opinion.
who they chose? No.
See, you're proving the point right
Wasn't
now.
that-
Yeah, there you go.
Nuts. No, if they're gonna pick him as younger kids before they do all this stuff, like as Severus Snape, if you're gonna pick him as when he was a younger teacher just starting out and stuff like that, if you're gonna recast him, choose someone who's gonna fit it. And what is his damn name? Who does he play in Star Wars?
Which one?
That's not him.
No, I know that. I said that's who he should have played him. But I'm blanking on his name because I'm really bad with fucking names.
Well, I
Timothée
know.
Chalamet.
What?
Timothy
Jason
Chalamet
Statham.
not in Star Wars.
No.
I'm Professor Snape.
Chalamet would be a great Snake.
With Ray.
I'm a
Ray.
teacher.
Kylo?
I'm a teacher.
Kylo. What's his
Oh
name?
yeah, Adam Driver. Adam Driver
Thank
would have been
you.
great. Yeah, Adam Driver would have been a great choice.
He would have been
Yeah.
perfect.
No,
Adam Driver.
Why are you
yeah,
shaking
yeah.
your head?
absolutely not. Wow, just because he has dark hair?
No.
No, he has the
First of
features.
all,
He's got the nose. He's
his
got.
features.
Oh,
are,
absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
dead on.
Yeah.
Dead on. They did
All
side
he
by
would,
side.
all he would
He's a
be
younger
like is
him.
going
Second of all,
more, more,
his demeanor,
more.
Look,
his-
the Star Wars movies is playing in Harry Potter now. That's exactly what they'd say. You have to find somebody that's not been a star in another movie to play somebody.
Oh
like
God!
And that
there's
is-
somebody that's
and-
played in everything nowadays. Like that's not
No.
gonna. If they keep
There's-
remaking,
Well, they're
if they're gonna keep remaking everything instead of coming up with new things, then that shit's just bound to happen.
you have
Well, that be
new actors up all the time. I mean, that's silly to say that everybody's in something now. There's so many new actors that, he got his start at some point, and he made it big in Star Wars. Why can't someone else take a shot at it?
well. Dan kind of said
I'm
it
not saying he
earlier.
could.
Ken-
I'm just saying like he would have played. He had a perfect like it matched his. It matched him well.
Can they recast Luke Skywalker if they started new Star Wars tomorrow, shot for shot, everything else?
Tomorrow, no, but in 50 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyone in fucking 50 years because I
Well,
won't be
but-
around to even
I mean,
argue.
I know I'm
It's
gonna
the
get
rules
shit
of the
for it.
game.
I didn't like the
The
original
rules
Luke
of the game
Skywalker. Sorry.
is no, you can't replace Mark Hamill as Luke
Did-
tomorrow.
Have you guys ever seen the YouTube video? And you guys probably have of the casting call
For what?
to be. Look up casting call for Luke Skywalker, and all these young actors of the time were
From the
was doing a
70s,
cold-
you mean?
Yep, it was
Yep.
doing a cold reading, and you're going, "Wow, Robbie Benson could have been the Luke Skywalker."
Yeah, there
back
were
then.
some crazy almost.
There was some
choices, yeah.
crazy, almost Luke Skywalkers, and we would have not had this conversation. We'd be like, "Can anyone replace Robbie Benson as Luke Skywalker?" Right? It's so interesting how the woulda, coulda, shouldas of these actors, and when you hear these actors get interviewed, they're like, "Yeah, I got turned down for I turned down a role for, to play the Godfather. I turned
Well,
down the role."
Will
Or blah, blah,
Smith
blah.
turned down The Matrix.
What about okay?
Oh,
It
I
was
have a
almost
question.
Will Smith in The Matrix instead of
Hold on, I have a
Keanu.
question. We have talked a whole lot about male people who can't be replaced. What about female?
All of them can be. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Wow! What the fuck?
Wow.
Coming back with
All of a
shit.
sudden, Brian's hair turned black.
Oh, boy.
Jesus!
Black Widow.
Oh, that's it.
no.
You're boss's fucking
I'm getting
crosshairs now.
left on red as we speak. Anyone have
Um,
opinions on what I said or no?
Oh, yes, Black Widow. I mean, come on. I mean, she's one of those. What's her face? What's Charlize Theron?
Scarlett
Not Charlize
Johansson.
Theron, Scarlett Johansson. I
Yeah.
get those mixed up all the time. Scarlett Johansson. Can she be replaced if there were?
No.
It wouldn't bother me. I
gotta
I'm
be
not-
honest.
I don't think she's a bad Black Widow, but I don't have any like connection like I do to. But again, I think Black Widow is sort of one of those side characters, like we said, like with Hawkeye
Yeah,
and stuff. Like
I
there's the
agree.
sides
What
that,
about
like
Sigourney-
Don
Sigourney
Cheadle took
Weaver as
over
Ripley?
for Rhodey.
What about
in,
Kate
the movie.
Beckinsale in Underworld?
Yeah, you got Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. You've got how about Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts?
But that's just one. That's just one
Oh.
movie. But no, Sigourney Weaver is a great point. That's a
I
that's
love
a
that
great
movie.
one
So,
because
Sigourney Weaver.
she's in the original 4, and then she's supposedly wanting to come back to do another one.
I don't
Furiosa?
think you could.
Who played Furiosa?
That alien with the eyes going one way to the other.
Theron, Charlize Theron. Didn't she play Furiosa?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that wouldn't be the movie that I would like think about her in.
I gotta tell you, Sigourney Weaver though, you're making me think.
Avatar,
And
Alien.
Someone recasting Sigourney
Ghostbusters.
Weaver's role to play.
How about
Sigourney-
Sissy Spacek and Carrie?
But again, those are one shots. We're talking about
that's many
recast- like,
ex-wives.
and they've recast her many times.
Now they have to be a trilogy.
Well, no, but that's all
we
we've
said
been
that
talking
earlier,
about.
like
You
with
can't-
Leo,
you can
right?
replace
Leo is all these one single movies. So if you take them out, it's kind of like, whatever. But we're talking about
Okay.
people that have ingrained themselves into a role, which would
Yeah.
require
Okay.
at least like a trilogy of some kind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't pick. You can't pick one fucking movie and go, can he replace? Yeah, of course you
All right,
can.
well,
Because you're
Carrie
not.
Fisher is Leia.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that's I totally agree.
I that would be very. It will be rough, right? It'll be a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's the same thing with
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver. You can't replace her. Now, another strong female, because you mentioned Carrie. Carrie came out just the one time, right? She didn't come out in the second one, did she? No, right? It was a whole separate character.
Well, each time they did a movie, it was just a new imagining of the movie.
Right. And so
Yeah.
as a matter of, so there you go, Dan.
It's
There's
like
your
Chloe
answer.
Grace Moretz was in one, and
They
there's-
reimagined it and updated it to fit that generation at that
Right.
point. Like that was
Right.
yeah.
but they
the
weren't
funny
like
thing-
it wasn't like a sequel thing.
Ooh.
Because many people could probably say it's my
The
ex-wife.
original Scream Queen.
Who from 1944? I mean, what? I mean, there's
No.
a lot of original Scream Queens. What's wrong?
No,
what are you
there's
talking about?
not.
All right, I'll bite. Who is it?
Why am I blanking on her name now?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Scream?
You don't even know the
No,
name.
she's not in Scream. No, she's not in Scream.
What'd you say?
Drew Barrymore.
Courtney Cox?
No.
Are you
Scream
talking about-
Queen.
are you
Who is
talking
the
about
original, like
Curtis?
one of the biggest Scream Queens in
I
horror
mean-
movies?
I mean, if you want to go back, you talking about Fay Ray and King Kong. I mean, like
Yeah,
That is not a horror movie.
it's a monster movie.
Halloween.
it's a monster movie.
Why am I blanking on her name right now?
Blah blah blah.
Are you talking about Jamie Lee
Halloween.
Curtis?
Curtis and Halloween?
Yeah, you talking about Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
Jesus.
I love the Halloween movies. I couldn't care less if she was reclassed. It wouldn't bother
Yeah,
me.
me
at all.
too. I agree.
Wouldn't bother me at all.
I agree.
I
I think any girl could stick a fucking clothes hanger in someone's eyeball. I think that's all right.
What about Silence of the Lambs? Not only Jodie Foster, but
Yeah.
what about Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah, Hannibal would be a hard recast, but they did it. They did
but
it
as
with the
him,
TV
not
show.
as her.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Hannibal Lecter, if you recast him, they did it for the TV show. They put that guy from Casino Royale in it. I don't know his name.
Wow.
He's a really great actor, and they did a TV show with him. So they did do a recast, and it was accepted. But again, it was a new bubble too. It wasn't just like
Yeah.
another movie.
But can you
It was a new bubble.
replace Jodie Foster as?
Yes.
Well, she was only in the one movie, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
She
So
was
yeah,
just in the original.
I would think
Silence
you
of the
could.
Lambs. That's the only one she was in.
Yeah, you could probably swap her out if you needed to.
All right. So I got a new list here, and all right, fuck this topic. We're off already. Let's go ahead, and we're gonna go with. So I started looking up, and I said, let's look at movies that we think deserve a sequel, but never got it.
Hmm.
Oh.
All right,
All right.
movies that deserve a sequel.
Big Trouble in
never
Little
got it.
China. That's it.
Dan loves Big Trouble.
Did you just
My
say
favorite
Little
movie.
Trouble in Big China?
No, Big Trouble in Little China with Jack Burton and
Sorry, Big Trouble in as a sequel.
Wow,
oh yeah,
Jack Burton, come on.
There's a
I'm
lot of
so
ends to
not
tie off.
agreeing about that.
Kim Cattrall and Kurt Russell. What happens there? Does Lopan come back? Right?
Does Lopan come
Wally,
back?
Wally
Yeah,
deserves a sequel.
Wally, I agree to that.
And Ratatouille.
Get the hell out of here with the Ratatouille.
Wally though, Wally and
I never saw Wally.
What?
Yeah, that's right. What the fuck?
Oh,
is,
you're
what's wrong
like
with that?
50.
I'm more than
Matt.
50.
Wally
Boy.
is not all. Wally's not all.
You're
No, I-
Tom. I agree with most of your opinion. Actually, I don't, but I understand them.
It's
This
it's
one I won't understand.
You don't like Wally?
It's fine, but it's not.
Fine.
There's hype all over Wally, and I don't get the hype. Like I thought it was fine, but
What hype,
Yeah, it
bro?
was
That
called
shit's so
Short Circuit.
depressing. It's a robot that the whole point of the movie.
the hype
is
the
how
hype
a
is that it's
robot-
so great, just like what you're talking about. Oh, it's so
no,
great.
hold on. Let me finish talking.
But you're contradicting yourself, and that's the bad
Hold on,
part.
Hold on, no.
Yes.
The reason people like it is because one, it's a movie about loneliness and he finds someone he loves. Okay?
Okay.
Like most people in this world, you know? they're quite lonely for a very long time. They find
Sure.
it's like a love story
Sure.
with robots,
Of course.
and it's a
Unless
children's
you're
movie.
Of course.
unless you're Dan. Unless you're Dan.
That's not very nice to
loneliness.
say.
That's called a day in the life of my life. There, I mean,
Yeah,
loneliness.
that's Dan. That's Dan. Dan.
Why
He-
not
he's,
Ratatouille?
Whoa,
he's-
what
he's-
happened?
Cameron, we
he's
should clarify
lonely.
this.
Dan is lonely when he's on the show. So people said the Iron Giant.
Yeah, I don't care about
Oh, jeez.
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
know him
shit.
from a bit. I know that from a video game.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Don't know what that is.
That was
Yeah.
a good movie. I'm sorry. Emily Blunt, and
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. Yeah.
that. Live,
That
Die,
is a good
Repeat,
good movie.
also known
Yeah.
as Live, Die, Repeat.
Live,
It's
Die,
a good
Repeat.
movie. I would be game for it. I don't know that
Right.
life is incomplete without one, but I'm
Right.
I'm game
I'll be
for
okay
that.
with-
I'm game for it.
How about
I-
Constantine?
The what?
Constantine.
Well, that's
Yeah.
coming.
But that's
Are
kind
they
of
actually doing that, or are they just
yeah.
talking about that?
No,
what about
that's
District
coming.
9?
Yeah.
What
Just-
about
Are
what?
you looking at the same list I am, Dan? You son of a bitch.
What
Because
list you looking
that's
at?
on my.
I'm waiting.
I'm looking
for
at a
Steve to
list.
Talk. Everybody
you
else
seen
is talking
District
about
9?
movies. He has a list.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
I agree.
I don't
like
even know what you said, Dan, because Caesar's trying to read his list.
District
Oh, I'm
9.
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Have you seen it?
I didn't. It's not my kind of movie to like enjoy enough to care.
I love the fact that Shannon's like, shut up, everyone. I want to hear what Caesar says. District 9. I don't give a shit.
That's super bad. Does
Oh, stop!
everyone?
Nobody wants super bad. What's wrong with you?
You're wrong.
Nobody-
No,
Man,
we want
what-
super bad, but we're aware that if they did it, it would be shit. So
Interstellar
it's
is
better
good.
to
Don't
just
like
not have it.
Interstellar.
Let Caesar read his list. For the
Master
love
and
of God.
Commander.
Yeah.
What's that?
Say that one more time.
Master and Commander. Good
Don't know what
movie.
that
is.
I enjoyed
The
it very
Halo movie.
much.
It's Halo.
the what?
It's gonna die in 30. It's not even 30. You give it 5 and it's gonna be dead immediately. The game's been
What the fuck
dead
you-
since the last one came
What are
out.
you, Halo? What are you talking about? You talking
No,
about
you're
Halo?
thinking
or
Master
actual-
Chief, JJ.
Master
Not
Chief.
Master
This is
Chief.
I'm
Master
thinking of like the
Commander.
Halo.
Master and Commander was like kind of based off of that. Or am I
No,
thinking
it's
of
a-
something
Master
different?
and Commander is a
Master
ship.
Commander is a
It's
ship.
sailing ships. And,
Oh,
1700s
I know what
or
you're talking
whatever
about.
it
Yeah.
was.
wrong movie.
All right.
it's the Russell
I don't
Crowe
give a-
movie.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Alita Battle Angel.
No, I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But see,
Nope.
Dan's an anime freak, so of course he would want
Forget
to say
anime.
that,
It was a
right?
good movie. It was a great
You
movie.
know
And
what?
Christoph
I already
Waltz
get-
had
did a great role.
Alita. Don't know what that is.
I gotta be honest. I saw it in the theaters and I was like, I was so like, I don't know if I like it or don't. It was so weird. I left the movie theater going, I don't know how I feel about this movie.
You have to read the top.
All right.
I thought-
No, you're an idiot.
Inception.
No,
Never seen it.
No.
Know what it is. Never seen it.
I like how it sounds.
no, absolutely not.
I mean,
You said yes. You said yes, Brian.
I love Inception, but you don't need a sequel to that. There's no need for that.
I Am Legend.
Well,
I
I
don't
would
know
go.
what that is either.
I would be
Yeah, I
curious
would
to
go-
how they would do it.
Well, you just continue the
I'd be
story. It's not
curious.
hard, but again, it's one of those things where it's like, do we need it? Like, is are you really going to be able to create something that is worth us spending $20 at the theater again?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
would
like,
like to see an
I
I
would
Am
be
Legend
curious
remake,
to
a sequel of
see-
I Am Legend
I
with
would be
Will
curious
Smith,
to see
but
what they
then
came
Chris
up
Rock
with.
ventures into town. Has to live with him.
Or the zombie starts and he slaps the shit out of Will Smith.
Yeah.
All right.
I get it. I get it.
Is Blazing
Uh,
Saddles on that list?
What,
A sequel to Blazing Saddles?
No,
Why would
no
you?
point to that?
Oh,
Why would you want a sequel to Blazing Saddles?
God.
First of
I would-
all, this goes back to
Why?
Superbad. If they were to make a sequel to Blazing Saddles,
Yeah.
it would suck
It's
so
it's,
hard.
It's why we all have to
That's
go
it.
into the idea that they're making Spaceballs 2. We all have to go in with the idea that this is going to be shit because it probably is. And if we
But
go
you
in with
still wanna
really
watch
low
it.
expectations, then
Oh, yeah.
it might be okay to watch, but it's
but
going to
you're
be
still
bad.
gonna want to watch it.
Spaceballs
course,
is
I'm gonna
not
try
to
it,
Watch
yeah.
for good.
It's
to
like I
laugh.
tried. They did History of the World Part 2 on Amazon, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it was garbage. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Although I do
unwatchable
agree
garbage.
with JJ, I would want to see a Ratatouille sequel. I mean, I know it's
Thank
cartoony,
you.
but I would like to see that.
That's because you have something in your hair now. That's why you keep fucking with it. Okay, about the Rocketeer.
I'd be open to it. First movie was not great, but they might be able to build on it.
Don't know what that is either.
I mean, it was from
That would
from
be, it'd be
1991.
especially with the effects like nowadays. It'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool to see what they could come up with.
You know what? I am shocked they have yet to redo the Rocketeer.
I'm sure
I-
there's
I-
licensing and rights and all kinds of stuff that.
All right. I mean, with like Shannon said, with the special effects now and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I can see that happen.
Yeah.
Big Hero 6.
No.
They're getting,
Yes.
wait, whoa, stop. They're getting a second movie, so that doesn't count. They're literally in production for a second movie. That doesn't
Until I
count.
hear about it, it isn't true. So
Until it's released, it doesn't exist.
until it's released, it's fake news. Okay, JJ. Honorable. Let's go with wow. That was the shortest list known to man. How about are there any horror movies?
Well, I got the one that popped into my mind, and this was a movie that it tanked, and so that's why it didn't get a sequel. But I would have loved to have seen an expansion of the John Carter movies to keep doing the Warlord of Mars and all that kind of stuff.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you say that. Well, first of all, this guy loves that movie. I don't have a problem with John Carter from Mars.
I love you, Tom. Tom, I love you. I don't
have a problem with that.
That's why
They shit all over me when I brought that movie up 3-4 months ago. Shit all over me.
It's a completely legit movie. Yeah, completely.
I've read somewhere. Yes, I read somewhere that
Talk about fake news.
It's fake news. They're talking about redoing it, or not redoing it, a continuation using the same actor.
If it's not out, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna use your words
But
against you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm saying it, so it matters, JJ. Get the fuck out of here with that.
It's not how that works.
See, I find that hard to believe, though, just because the way that Tron, the way they flubbed Tron, and then they did this third one, and it was just this piece of crap.
Tron Legacy's only.
I find it very hard to believe that Disney would like pony up for that after the first movie tanked so hard. I would like to see them do it, but I find it hard to believe that it's now, if it's not Disney, if it's somebody else picking it up, fine. But with Disney having sort of the reins of it, I would find that hard to believe. Is there? Well,
I don't want to get into it again, but can we recast tomorrow John Wick?
No, no,
probably
whoa.
not.
No.
Probably
No.
not. I wouldn't care because I don't like the
Jason
movies, but probably not.
That people have done
Exactly.
fatigue, honestly.
What are you talking about?
That's that guy that in that Star Wars movie. But no, I'm just teasing.
I'm John Wick, mate. So this is what I'm thinking. What about any horror movies? Is there
Pinhead,
certain horror movies?
Does that have more than one?
What? There's like 12 of them.
Yeah,
What's
there's
wrong
like
with
12
oh,
of those,
guess
dude.
not.
Yeah.
Never mind.
there's
Yeah,
so many.
wasn't
of
that
them.
Snow White movie that just came out, a horror movie? It was like a couple months ago.
That's
It was a horror for sure.
the Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
You know what?
The one that they've been farting around with for so long, that supposedly has now come back into production, is World War Z. They're supposed to be doing the sequel to that.
Really?
What's
I-
boys? That's
I don't like zombie movies. So to me, it's just I don't care. I know a
You
lot
didn't
of
like
people.
I don't like
Zombies
zombie
love
movies either, but that's one of the like 4 that I like. So
You weren't a big
What
fan
about
of zombies
Zombieland?
doing running a 440.
The what?
What? Say that one more time.
He said Prince of Persia.
I like Prince of Persia. But
I
that's
did.
not
What's
a
that got to do with World War Z and zombies?
like that's not a horror movie.
Dan,
That was like a weird
I know
transition.
what I said is that you didn't like zombies that could do a 440 in because
That's part of what I
Well,
loved about that is like, oh my, these are like sprinting zombies and
they
swarming
weren't
and
the
shit, like-
brains, right? They were like
Well,
running
plus,
backs.
Yeah, plus they built in that whole thing about like they don't just attack randomly. Like if you're sick or dying or whatever, they're not gonna, they built in these little weird idiosyncrasies.
And
to
the way
zombies.
they built a little tower to get over the Jerusalem wall, like they all got
Yeah,
up there.
yeah, it's great. I loved it. I thought it was great. I know a lot of
You know
people
what? I
hated
didn't
it
mind
because it wasn't the book. They were like, well, it's not the book. And I'm like, well, that's fine. But that doesn't make this a bad movie. It just makes it a bad adaptation. But the movie itself stands on its own and it
I didn't
works
mind
really
it.
well.
I don't
Yeah,
mind
I-
it. But
I like it.
let's be honest. When we talk about horror movies, it's very hard to think about horror movies that we think could use a sequel because for the most part,
They all get them.
many of these get sequels. So it's very hard to try to pinpoint. No, I mean, you could throw you could throw a coin in the well and hit some fucking thing of, well, we could do this. I'm talking about a good, quote unquote, good horror movie that deserves a sequel, right? Because you could pick out the shittiest movie and go, what that needs a, I mean, fuck, Human Centipede. It's not horror, but that had a freaking.
Well, that's
sequel.
horror, dude. That's a horror movie. Are you kidding?
I
That's for sure a horror movie.
It's dance every Sunday night. So this is the thing.
Ooh, excuse me.
You're
If
foul.
we do, you say that now, but your eyes say yes. So
He's
this is the
nasty.
thing. If
The
you-
thing.
Nasty.
Yeah,
the
You was
thing,
nasty,
the
CZ.
first
You
one
was
comes to mind
nasty.
for me. The Thing. I mean, honestly,
you would like
The
to see the thing.
Shining? Probably not.
Well, they did have The Shining already had prequel.
Yeah, it had a prequel.
So,
What's the
yeah,
sequel to Shining? They thaw him out.
Dream,
They thaw
dream, dream,
Yeah.
sleep doctor. Dr. Sleep was the sequel. Dr. Sleep.
Or
Yeah, they throw him out.
Yeah.
So it starts off with like blow torches, and he's still holding the axe. Yeah, that's how he starts out.
Thing. That's my best take of the night. The Thing.
That's you just write that like it's Captain America. He's just frozen and then he thaws
He's
out.
just
and
frozen, and he thaws out, and
he's
he's
back
hacking
at it.
away.
This is easy.
I want to go back to John Carter. That movie was marketed so poorly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, just the name. Like if all they had done is call it Warlord of Mars, you would have had a completely different marketing tack.
Tom, if
But
they
to
would have
call
called
it
it
John
John
Carter
Carter of Mars,
Carter.
John
they
Carter.
just
No,
called
no,
it
no,
John
no, no.
Carter.
John Carter has no meaning to the general public, but if you go Warlord of Mars, that's like
No, but
that's
I
going to
guess what
catch
I'm
people's.
saying is they titled it John Carter. Even if they would have called it John, the marketing was shit. If they would have called it
Yeah.
John Carter of Mars, at least it would have associated it as a
Probably
sci-fi
better.
movie.
It would have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Of
Apparently,
course.
we didn't need to hear that. Yeah.
I tell you what, there are many movies out there that don't have sequels, probably for very good reasons.
So Shannon, you don't like
The
zombie
Thing was
movies?
a really good movie when it came out.
Sometimes they don't need them. Just
That's
because you
not
have a
right,
good
but-
movie doesn't mean you're required to have a sequel. Like it.
Yeah, it's
sometimes
called Grease. It's called Grease 2.
It's just,
No,
it's just make your movie. It's great, and you're done. You don't have to. I mean, even John Carpenter. We're talking about Halloween. He was like, I don't want to make this shit, and he had to come up with a reason to come up with Halloween 2. He had to make a reason for why he was doing it, and that's when Laurie
Right.
became the sister. So
Spoiler alert.
sometimes, yeah, sorry guys. Sometimes you just need to make one
I think I
great
remember that,
thing
like,
or
sometime
mediocre,
20
moderate thing, and you're done. And if someone wants to maybe just remake it later, that's fine, but you don't necessarily need to make a sequel. That's why it's like I Am Legend. Like technically, yes, there's a thread you could write that sort of sequel, but I don't know that there's enough meat on the bone for anyone to care about it.
So there's a bunch of new movies that has anyone seen anything of recent, anything
Sure.
new?
Yeah.
What
Marty
I'll actually tell you.
Supreme.
Project
Other
Hail
than
Mary.
Marty Supreme,
Project Hail Mary.
and you liked it, huh?
Loved it.
Wow.
So
That's
that means
interesting.
it's horrible.
Loved it. And part of what I loved was trying to figure out what the fuck I was looking at on the screen, because I was looking for what's CGI, what's real, like where's the weird meshing. And as it turns out, there's no green screen in this movie. It's all built sets. Even Rocky the alien is a puppet.
It's practical, huh?
It's practical effects. It's like 95%
Oh.
practical effects. So everything looks incredible because it's all real. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's a legitimately great movie. It does have a bit of a slow burn at the beginning, but once it starts to click, it's just nonstop until the end.
About any of you other guys, Brian, have you seen something recently?
I
Have
really
you-
haven't watched too much recently. Work's got me too busy. I haven't
Mario.
That already came out. What's the other one?
what the fuck is Mario?
We're talking about like movies that just came out.
What's Mario?
New
The
movies.
Mario Brothers?
But it already
Mario
that is the
Galaxy.
second.
No, we're
Oh.
not talking about sequels anymore.
What the hell's Mario
We're talking
Galaxy?
about, like, has
That's
anyone
the
seen
new
the
Mario
movie?
Brothers
What are we?
movie.
What are we talking about? You guys keep freezing on
movies.
me, so like I've missed half of the conversation.
Movies.
You're not missing much.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I haven't seen Mario. I did see. I don't know if we talked about this last. Did we talk about The Bride last time?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Did you? What'd you think?
No.
Yeah, I saw The Bride.
Oh, we did?
It was bad. It was bad. I liked the swing. I liked the attempt, but it wasn't coherent enough to be anything of
You
of
didn't,
use.
did you see that, Brian?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You didn't like it either, huh?
I did not.
Wow.
It just felt just off. From the very beginning, it just wasn't my thing. I don't know.
Are
Interesting.
you talking about The Bride
All right.
also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still
I
gonna
did
watch it 'cause I'm
watch-
serious, but like,
Yeah, definitely check it out. But I don't know. Maybe I just had different expectations. But
I'll
No,
tell
I
you
mean
what
it
did
tanked.
watch.
Like nobody liked it. The movie
Yeah.
tanked. You know, nobody
I-
likes it.
I'll tell you what I did watch, and I really, really loved it. And I know you guys get a share. Well, you guys meaning Tom. I really liked the Netflix Frankenstein. It
Yeah, garbage.
I
Yeah,
loved it.
Garbage. Yeah.
I absolutely loved it.
legitimately garbage. Not
It was-
I mean, it's Guillermo del Toro. He knows how to shoot a movie. It's beautiful to look at. But man, was it boring. Holy cow, was it boring.
So,
You think
and
it's gonna be
me,
interesting? Have you read the book?
ah,
No, like I'm being serious.
he hates the book.
No, like I.
No,
I'm
I can't
being
read those
serious
old
when I say
things. I
that.
can't. There's no way I can read those old things. I can't get
Exactly.
through it.
So then, how are you critiquing something on it being boring if you don't know the origin of the?
because
they were
because
calling
the
boring.
entity that is Frankenstein movie can be boring without
It's not
any
an
other
entity, it's a
without
creature, get it right,
any
buddy.
other context around it. Because I've also seen other Frankenstein movies, and I can say I like that one. I don't like that one. I like that one. I don't like that one.
Well-
and Guillermo del Toro's fucking put me to sleep at halfway through the thing.
So I can
Oh,
tell you, it's freezing again.
I loved it. I really loved it. And I'm a guy who, I guess I can like slow movies. Did you watch it?
I don't
Brian?
mind a
You
slow
like
movie.
monster
I don't
movies?
mind a slow movie, but I
What's
think
my favorite Frankenstein. I don't know. I'm an old Frankenstein guy. Give me the black and white stuff.
yeah.
It
I think
just-
a lot of it for me, my problem was that it didn't feel like it was bringing me anything I haven't seen already. Because
yeah,
there's so much Frankenstein movies, right? In whatever context. So
These are-
when I was like,
have you watched a bunch of Frankenstein movies, or is this like this something you picked up and decided to watch?
But like, no.
oh, I've watched tons. I always watch Frankenstein stuff all
Yeah.
the time.
So Caesar, have you
Like,
so?
Oh, yeah, I've even
I've
seen
seen
the Robert De Niro one, which
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
great soundtrack. I mean, great movie score. I
Yeah.
love the score and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I liked it. I didn't mind the Robert De Niro one. It's a
I
little
like that
weird.
one.
It's
It
kind
is
of
a
weird.
weird
Thinking
movie. It's a weird movie.
Robert De
but,
Niro as the
Yeah.
Frankenstein's kind of odd, but
Yeah.
I didn't
but
mind
it was
So I've
fun.
seen
It
them
was
all.
that's the thing. Like it was fun. It moved. It had, I don't know, it had something that I was like, I can watch this. But with the Del Toro one,
My
like,
computer's
it had plenty
dry.
to look at for sure. But it felt like he was just telling me the same story I'd already seen
Yeah.
in a context that wasn't like over the top, or it was beautiful to look at, but it just didn't matter to me.
Sure.
Just didn't connect at all. I will tell you a movie that shocked me. It was not a theater movie though. It's on Netflix and it's called War Machine.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Alan Richardson.
with
yes.
Alan, yeah.
Yeah. That surprised the hell out of me. That was a
Really?
fun
Because
movie. Yeah.
I'm this close to watching it, obviously with myself. Because my wife saw the trailer and she's like, "I'm not gonna watch that shit." I'm like, "Fuck,
God, why
man."
did
That means
you
I'm
watch-
never
I mean,
like it.
It's an
That means
action
I'm
movie.
never
It's-
gonna watch it.
It's an action movie. It's guns. It's aliens. You got to be into that genre of stuff. But it worked. I thought Alan Richardson was great. I don't really know him in a lot of stuff, so he was kind of new to me. But he was great in the role. The backstory was great. The alien stuff, the CGI was great. Like it just kept moving. It's an army movie. Basically it's an army movie. It's who's in charge and all that kind of crap. But the aliens were cool. The and talking about sequels, it's got a wide open ending for a sequel. So maybe we'll do
Did
some-
anyone watch the new Dracula on Netflix?
that's like from oh no. Is that the Christoph Waltz one?
Yes.
I have not seen it yet. No.
I haven't
The
either.
trailer looked painful, so I haven't bothered to check it out.
I might, because like I said, I try to watch all these
Yeah.
not vampire, but Dracula movies. Not vampire, because vampires, it's
That's a whole
everything,
different
right?
subject. Yeah.
That's all. Vampires are, my God, there's so many vampires. I even saw the one with Snoop Dogg. I saw the one with Snoop Dogg, and
Oh, yeah.
nothing says anything with Snoop Dogg with fangs. Shannon, if you have any problems, get out and come back in.
I need to, because like you guys are massively freezing on me and I have heard nothing. Okay,
Go
bye.
get out and go back in.
I am.
Yeah, I saw that trailer and I was like, Christoph Waltz, like, because I like him. I was like, oh my God, this trailer looks like dog shit.
I'm surprised, Tom, that you liked War Machine.
So am I.
I don't usually, so am I too, because I don't usually, I'm not anti like the war movies and army movies and stuff. Like it's 50-50 on that stuff. But, when the CGI was really good, it didn't throw anything off. So I was like, all right, well, that looks cool. The designs are fun. And it just moved. It was a movie that just kept moving. I like a movie that keeps moving. It doesn't bog down.
In the movie, like a lot of cliches in the movie, like the guy I'm going to save throughout the movie, we're going to make sure he survives. The one that the sassy talking woman that is going to get taken out here momentarily. I mean, like it just felt like a lot of cliches. I like Alan Ritchson. I'm just surprised you liked that movie. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. I'm
not saying it's like some peak thing, but if you like that genre of stuff, I think it's something that people would dig on if they gave it a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go buy the Blu-ray or anything, but it was.
What
Have you seen any of the Alan Ritchson? Have you seen any of the Ritchson Reacher series?
No.
Got it.
Oh, it's great.
All right.
Great.
Hold on.
So
But
what
you
about
guys-
westerns? Like, whenever I was a kid, I hated westerns because my dad, that's all he watched. But now I find myself watching
Oh.
more westerns, which is really weird. I don't know if it's an
Yeah.
age thing, but like I watched 2 Clint Eastwood movies in a row this past weekend, and Ellie couldn't have been more bored. Like she said, "Why this is maybe?" She said, "Why is this so slow?" And it's just it was Hang 'Em High, and I can't remember what the other one was, but
Pale Rider.
I was into it, but then I did kind of catch on what she was saying. I was like, okay, this is taking a really long time.
Well,
these-
but those are 60 years old now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a
But
different filming style.
I'm a sucker. I am a sucker for a good Western
Yeah.
movie. Hell, even when they did the Magnificent Seven, they redid it.
Yeah.
It was fun. I enjoyed the living shit out of that. I will watch any of the Western movies. Hell, even when they redid True Grit.
Yeah.
That was a
what's
good
his face?
remake. That was a good remake. Yeah.
Oh,
I saw that. I enjoyed that as
That
much.
was good.
What is it? 310 of Yuma was fucking fun. All
That was a
these
great
movies.
movie.
Yeah.
I love the hell out of these movies.
You know what
The
I'd
stuff
love to
with
see
the-
a sequel of? And you made me think about it because I think one of you mentioned Christoph Waltz, and then Brian just brought up westerns. I'd like Django Unchained. I'd love to see a sequel of that.
You know what? That's a good point. I think Django Unchained is I would love to see a sequel of that. I want to see what's his face come back. He didn't die necessarily. The old
I would love
butler.
that.
What's his name?
Yeah, I don't think you
Um,
can do. I don't think it would kick without Christoph. Christoph really gave that a kick
He
in the
made that.
ass. I love Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx. I love that movie. It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
But I think if you were to just be like The Adventures of Django, I don't think you would have. You'd have to have somebody to really foil against him. Both as a good guy like Christoph and as a bad guy. You'd have to really do some homework to put a
It would
cast
be
together.
tough to bring him back though because it was pretty clear in the barn when they found his
Oh
body.
yeah,
that
he's toasty. Yeah,
he was dead.
He's toasty.
he's toasty.
What is the? Why can I not remember the old butler's name? What's the name of the actor?
Samuel L.
For
Jackson,
fuck's sake. Samuel Jackson. My God.
also
Um,
toasty.
What?
Yeah.
What? Snakes on the Plane. Everybody want a sequel of
Oh,
Snakes on the
God.
Plane?
I don't need a sequel. of
More
that.
snakes on a plane.
More snakes. Give me more snakes. On
More
the plane.
snakes on another plane.
Yeah. I
So,
could see that
what
going-
did you guys watch? Like the Cocaine Bear and all those.
I saw
movies?
Cocaine Bear. It was
I did not.
terrible, except for when the bear was on screen. Those scenes were fantastic, but the rest of the movie was like, if the bear's not happening, this is terrible. And then it went into all of these cocaine, meth gator, garbage spin-off things. And
it's interesting how these movies kind of get made, right? I mean, some of these people put in their own money going, this is going to be good. It would be interesting. Let me ask you, Tom,
nobody
if you
makes that stuff with the idea that it's going to be good. Nobody, they all know we're going to make a bad movie.
You want some return though.
Well, you hope, but this is not an environment where making movies makes you any money anymore. I mean, even if you make a movie and put it on Tubi and Amazon and whatever, like the distribution that you're making money on that stuff is not a lot. There's not a lot going on. They're making movies just for the sake of making movies so that they can say, I made a movie. And then maybe somebody up the ladder goes, hey, that guy was a DP on a movie. Let's put him on a DP on this movie. It's all just ladder building when you're making that kind of stuff because they know they're making junk. I hope they know they're making junk because this stuff's obviously junk. But
what's that recent A24 movie that just dropped, the drama or something like that with Zendaya and
no, I don't watch Zendaya
movies. Well, it was I didn't see it either. My daughter and
never even heard of this.
I mean, it was just a terrible movie. It was the whole thing. I mean,
yeah. Well, A24 is very 50-50 on what they make.
But I'm just going back to your point of like, who's sitting around thinking about let's make these movies and equating with any kind of potential profit? Like, there's just nothing there.
Well, we're in a world where you can spend $5-8 million on a horror movie and make 15 to 20, and you've done okay. And sometimes that's all they're trying to do is they're just trying to flip and double up on their investment. They're not trying to do. Every now and then something like Weapons comes along and it does 100 million, but that's not the norm. And that's not the model. The model is, look, you guys get 5 million and we need to make 15 and we're happy. And then we go do it again and we do it again and we do it again. It's the only explanation for shit like Hard Eyes. It's only an explanation for shit like, Hard Eyes is even getting a sequel. I'm telling you, listen, here's something for you guys. Okay. Has any of you heard of Hard Eyes?
I just saw the ad with the stupid little Hard Eyes.
Yeah, Hard Eyes. Okay. Yeah. None of you have seen it though.
No.
Okay.
And never will.
No. I need you to watch it. Okay. I need you to watch it because here's the reason.
Talking to you, Brian and Dan.
Fully believe 100% in my soul that this script was written by AI. 100%. It is so bad. It is so flat. Or it was written by AI and maybe polished by humans.
It's because
the actors
in the middle of
didn't
the
know
Hard
what
Eyes
to do with this stuff.
I didn't get that. Do you mean,
dude? Listen. I'm genuinely. This is an AI movie script. Genuinely 100%. So if you ever get a chance to watch it, and here's the funny part: like when I watched it, the opening scene, you can already feel it. You're like, oh, something's off. But the opening scene was really good. It was really fun. It was very meta. Something's off. You'll know when you see it. Something's off. But it was a fun opening, and I was like, all right, I see what they're kind of trying to do. And then as the movie progressed, it was just like, whoa, this is way off. Way off. You'll feel it. I'm telling you,
So you're saying it's a good movie?
Fantastic. Fantastic. I don't know how that Leonardo DiCaprio movie won Best Actor or Best Movie when this thing is around. Like, come on. Yeah, so good. No, Hard Eyes is it was such a unique experience because I was like, fuck, this is an AI script. This feels like an AI script. It sounds like an AI script.
Do you think it was an AI script?
100%.
But they'll never admit it?
They'll never admit it. No. Or again, somebody could have AI'd it and then like polished it and given it to somebody, right? Like, oh, we'll try and fix it up ourselves. But they weren't a good enough writer to like make it better. So it's just every line, every piece of dialogue, every delivery. I mean, bad actors too. That's part of it.
You didn't go to the theaters and watch it, did you?
I saw it. No, I saw it when it was on like Amazon or something. Thank God I didn't pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's the construction of it. Everything is just like, this is what AI thinks a horror movie is.
Let me ask you, and I was actually waiting for the show because I see the ads for it on Amazon all the time. What is the premise of Black Phone?
Black Phone? I have no idea. I've never seen them.
Oh, I could have sworn you would have seen it. How about you, Brian? Did you see it? It's a horror movie.
Oh, I'm not even sure I can describe that movie. I've seen it one time. I did like it a lot, but it's just such an odd movie. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
even
mean,
sure I can describe.
I mean, enough for it to get a sequel.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Well,
that
it was very popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was popular. I think it's more of a character sequel. You know, like people were really into the character and the visualization of it, so it got a sequel that way. I'm not
Who's,
sure
who's,
it was
who's
well
the actor
deserved
that
or-
who's the
yeah,
actor that plays that guy? Who's
Ethan
the
Yeah,
actor
Hawke.
that plays
sure
that
it
dude?
was-
Ethan Hawke.
yeah, had a sequel, but I don't know.
It's
You
like
know,
a kid.
I'm
It's a kid. It's a kid who's kidnapped, locked in like a soundproof basement, and in the basement there's like a rotary phone that's disconnected, but it just starts ringing. No, true. And it just starts ringing, and it's the victims of the past that have been killed before that are calling this kid who's locked up.
Are you fucking? Is that the truth?
Yeah, that's Black
Or
Phone.
is he just making up shit like
I'm
AI?
not fucking with you. Listen,
Teenage boy abducted by a serial child killer known colloquially as the Grabber. When Finney encounters a mystical black rotary phone in captivity, he uses it to plot his escape by communicating with the ghosts of the Grabber's slain victims.
Now, why is it that I believe Tom? But for some reason, because
it was the
Dan
delivery,
cries
'cause
wolf.
Dan, you're always expecting a joke.
Well,
out of Dan.
because first of all, Dan is cry wolf. One of these days, Dan's going to be calling me, going,
what did I do to
there's-
anybody?
"There's
What did I
there's someone
do
in
to
my
anybody?"
house. There's someone in my house plunging a dagger in my throat," and I'll be like, "Fucking Dan, you know, Dan, are you going to be on the show Tuesday or not?" You're like, you know, I'm like, "Oh God, all right, Dan, I'll talk to you later," you know, because Dan's so fucked up. Now, obviously, I believe Tom because he's reading it, right? And obviously, you can tell Dan's reading it. Now, I mean, Tom's reading it. Now, if Dan read it, he's like, "Okay, let me tell you what it is." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I already know you're lying."
So yeah, the
'Cause it's
first.
delivery.
This is the perfect example, right? The first movie made 160 million dollars, and it probably had a budget of like 10 million. So it was, of course, they're going to make another one. And the second one,
Yeah,
fun
that probably-
fact: the rotary phone itself doubled the movie budget. Okay, that actually is bullshit.
Yeah.
That is
See,
bullshit.
and this is
we have
why,
to
and
find
this
a
is why I
rotary
don't
phone.
believe.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
but
this
then
is why I don't
the
believe Dan.
second movie that came out, I think this year or last year, it still made 130 million. So it was another big, conceptual.
Do you know what rotary
success.
phones are today? It's insane.
So Brian, so it sounds to me like it's more of a supernatural movie than it is a horror film.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's kind of one of those borderline things of some people do consider supernatural these days as horror. To me, horror, I don't know, it could fall in that category, I guess, but it's definitely. So, do you remember seeing Saw back in the day? So, Saw
Carrie
was one of
Ellis,
those,
yeah.
like, I was okay with just Saw 1. That's kind of the way I put this category. Like, everything that you saw in this movie, you didn't need a second one. Saw was the very same way. You saw the first one. Like, did you need 1, 2, 3, 4, however many they have of that movie? I have no idea, but it's the same thing for me. Like, it's
You know what? It says a lot when Nucking Futz, right? You're basically saying when anyone says, "Yeah, I saw the second one," I still couldn't figure it out.
well,
It doesn't really say much or give much hope for anybody else who's like, "Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll just skip something like that," right?
it
You're
had
like,
moments of creepiness and like I said, the the bad guys, of course. I mean, I don't know.
I'm all for it. I'm all for supernatural stuff like that. The
Yeah.
contact, the dead of the victims. I'm in with that shit, right? I guess I'm at the watch again. Once again, I'll probably watch it the same night I watch War Machine because my fucking wife ain't gonna watch that shit. So, that's just the way it is. That's gonna be a Caesar double feature at my house. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
All Weapons was a Pulp Fiction knockoff with all these different people perspectives.
Yeah.
So I never saw Weapons. I probably will never see Weapons. The movie Weapons. I
It
guess
doesn't seem
people
like your
loved
kind
it.
for sure. I don't think.
You know
Black
what?
is
I
your
just,
kind of
yeah, I don't. You don't think Black Phone's my kind of movie?
I really don't. I mean, you might get into it because it took place in the 70s, but
Oh, you son of a bitch!
It'd be hilarious to see.
You can
Caesar in a movie
relate,
called
Caesar.
Black
You can
Phone.
relate.
It'd be hilarious to see Caesar in a movie called Black Phone. He has to try to get the fucking phone book and find a number for somebody to save me. Doesn't read the phone book. He's like, oh, fuck, can't call
He's
anybody.
trying to untangle the
And-
cord.
and-
like,
and-
God
yeah.
damn.
And once again, why I don't give any merit to whenever fucking Dan opens his mouth. Nothing.
But I was
Nothing
right
comes out
about
of his
Black-
mouth.
But I was right about
Yeah,
Black Phone.
Yeah, no, well, you were, but it didn't sound like
And I'm
the
also
It
right
sounded
about
like
the fact that she
it
was
sounded
never
like
responsible.
AI.
it sounded like it was AI. I was gonna have Dan hold 3 fingers up to his face to see if he himself is that AI. You know, the funny thing is about movies, and this is what I love about movies, is that 100 people could watch the same movie and 50 people say it's the greatest movie they've ever seen, and the other 50 people could say it's absolute 100% garbage. And it is so I've always found it very interesting because you have some guys like Tom who kind of does deep dives in movies, right? And that's why a lot of times he fucking hates everything, because he will analyze movies and break it down, and that it's like, you know, and he'll spew it back at you, and Dan's like, you know, you're fucking right. That movie does suck after you know, having a conversation with you. And then you have guys like other people who are just like, I don't care. I enjoyed it. I didn't think about the world for 2.5 hours. I liked it. And it's like, why did you like it? I don't know, because I wasn't thinking about my house. I wasn't thinking about what's going on. I wasn't thinking about work, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have other people, like I said.
Yeah,
you know.
if a movie can take, and that's why Project Hail Mary, like, I was enthralled with what I was seeing on the screen. Like, it's a very simple story. It's basically Inception meets E.T., right? But like you the way that you're looking at this stuff, and like for me, I was trying to figure out, like, is that looks real, but that's got to be CG. But no, shit's real. Like, it really, it was so well done. It was so well shot. It was so well built that I was 100% in the whole way. So yeah.
And there are movies where, like we talked about, that would it'd be nice to have a sequel for the movie. And selfishly, I'd love to see sequels to some of the movies that I bring up here now, but like they ended good enough that I think we should leave them be. Like,
Yeah.
you know, selfishly, Shawshank Redemption, good movie. Love to see where it goes from there. It ended in a good place. Elysium with Matt Damon. I loved that movie. I think it ended in a good place. Love to see what happens afterwards with, you know, all the citizens becoming citizens of Elysium, but it stopped in a good place. So I'm apprehensive for movies that I like that didn't have a sequel to say, oh yeah, it'd be cool to get one. And I think it might ruin it. It might even make it worse.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, we've seen that happen before, where sequels have come out and it leaves such a bad taste in your mouth that you're like, it's almost like it will never erase the first, but it's kind of like, boy, why'd you even bother doing that? Was that 100% just a cash grab and just grabbing the, you know,
Generally, that's what it is. It is a cash grab. It's like King Kong. When King Kong came out in 1933, it was so popular that they had Son of Kong released the same year. They went back and filmed Son of Kong, and it was released in like December of that same year. But
that's right.
Great.
the first like half of that movie at least is an unwatchable mess. But once you get to the island and you get Son of Kong, then it's kind of fun adventure story. But they were just like, yeah, we don't need a story. Just film whatever you need to film, and we'll make a little monkey ape do some things, and we'll put that out. And it's a terrible movie.
I'm trying to really think, you know, there's certain movies that as you're watching, do you kind of start making up your mind if it's a good movie or not? Or do you already made up your mind?
If I'm thinking about it, it's not a good
minutes.
movie. If I'm thinking about that, then it's a bad movie. If I got to think about whether I'm liking what I'm watching, then something's wrong. Do I like this? Oh, I don't like this. Like,
Okay, well, let me tell you what. Has there ever been a movie that you never liked? You didn't like. I should say never. You didn't like, but when you watched it again, you kind of like, hey, you know what? This movie's not that bad.
There's movies that I have softened on my opinion on. Yes. Yeah. The immediate one that comes to mind is Pacific Rim. Like, I did not like Pacific Rim when it first came out. I was really just
like
not.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like these actors.
I didn't like
dialogue is corny and stuff. Like, I was really like anti Pacific Rim. But then I saw it again and I was like, well, all right, you know, okay, fine. Watched it again and I was like, all right, I understand. This is what it is, and you know, I've softened on it. I still don't love it. I don't think it's, again, the hype around it is gigantic, but I don't get the hype. But I
can absolutely tolerate the
Well,
original now.
The first time I saw, and this sounds very weird because I enjoy their movies. The first time I saw Casino,
Oh,
I was like,
Yeah.
because I guess I'm thinking Goodfellas in my mind, right?
Well,
So when I saw Casino, I was like, it's all right. But then I saw it a second time, and I was like, this is a fucking good movie. And then I saw
Yeah.
a third, and every single time I saw it, I loved it even more.
now
Right.
listen to this though. They're the same movie. They're beat for beat the same movie, right up to Joe Pesci getting whacked at the end. I mean, they're the same movie. Like, because I had never seen Goodfellas before. I had never seen it, but I loved Casino. I knew Casino like the back of my hand. I've seen it 100 times. So I watched Goodfellas, and I was like, this is just Casino, guys. But Goodfellas came out first. So it's actually is the other way around.
That's
but
interesting.
No, but I love Casino just partially because I love Las Vegas. I love the history of Vegas, and all that stuff is right up my alley. So I loved it in general. But yeah.
Plus I do like the fact that it was a period piece, right? So it took place in the 70s, and it's just kind of cool. You know, the soundtrack was great and all that stuff. So but it's one of those. So about you and Brian and Dan, did you guys ever watch something that you're like, but the more you watched it again, remember you caught it on cable or on a passing glance? And
there's me being the horror guy, there's always stuff that I would watch when it first came out, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have watched that. And the one that comes to mind recently, because Kelly and I watched it, when AMC did their Halloween shows, was Poltergeist 2. Poltergeist 2, when it came out, I was like, it's not Poltergeist 1. It's not, is
that the hotel? Is that the building?
That's
Which
the third one.
2?
Poltergeist 2 is with the old man.
Yeah.
With the
you're gonna die.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there was something about that. I thought it was corny at the time, but then I think years and years later we watched it, and then just this past year we watched it. I was like, damn, Poltergeist 2 is pretty good. I kind of dig that one, So yeah, I can get that, but I think you have to have there has to be a time between first time you watched it and then you go back and watch it. Something changes during that time, and you're like, okay, I get it now. When you have different expectations first time you see it, I believe. Seeing a movie the second time it does change things. So I can understand what you're saying about Pacific Rim. I've never watched it twice, so maybe I see something different the second time I watch it. So I can see that. Yeah.
What now that you're jogging my memory, Brian, what's the second Poltergeist about?
So you remember the old man that comes to the house, or his team out in town, and then he comes to the house, and it's basically the same premise as Poltergeist 1. It's just you don't realize that man is a spirit the whole entire time until later on in the movie, and it's that was what kind of got me. I think I thought his character was kind of just weird, like it didn't make any sense to me, but watching it later on, it makes more sense now. I just
got sucked into a toaster or anything like
Poltergeist
that, right?
2 is basically the origin of all the ghosts. They find out that this guy was a leader of this cult, and all the bodies are underneath, and all this kind of stuff.
Remember, like the first one ended with all the bodies that were in the swimming pool,
right?
And then they moved the headstones, but not the bodies, basically. But yeah, it goes into more detail about, like you're saying, the cult thing was kind of weird in that movie. I will say that, but him being the leader of the whole thing just makes him creepy, I guess.
What about you, Dan? Did you ever watch a movie? You're like, it was all right, and then you watched it again. Like, it's not too bad.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna name a controversial trilogy, The Lord of the Rings. When I first watched it, I was like, and then the more I watch it, I'm like, well, okay, this really is good. I mean,
I can't watch them.
I know. I mean, and that's how I was. I was like, all right, but a movie that maybe, I don't know if you've seen it before, but it had De Niro in it, was Ronin. Like I saw that movie first, and I was like, yeah, but now I watch it again and again, and I'm like, I actually like that movie now. Like the way we keep. What's that?
I'm not sure I've ever even seen Ronin.
Ronin. Yeah,
it's like an action movie, right? Like a
yeah, it's like an action movie, and it's got a lot of double cross in it, and De Niro's trying to figure out who the I guess I don't say like the rat, but like the really the bad the bad person is, and it just keeps twisting back on itself. This movie, it's really interesting, and I don't know, I like it. I'm trying to think of the name of the girl in it. She's very familiar, and I can't remember her name.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, she's a plump. She's like an Irish or a Scottish actress. I can't remember her name. McElhoney, is that it? Is that her name?
You're making shit up, Dan.
No,
See,
I'm not.
This is the thing. This is
Natasha
the thing.
McElhone.
Yeah, Natasha McElhone. Thank you very much. Yeah, she was great in it too. I thought it was a good movie.
You know, I do love me some gangster movies, right? And this is the misanthrope about it, but I'm not a big fan of like Donnie Brasco.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't a big fan of like Carlito's Way.
Mm-mm.
You know, there's like
I'm not
these
into
movies
Scarface. It doesn't do anything for me.
you know, Scarface for me because it's Scarface. I mean, I don't know. It's because I watched it so many fucking times. I know it like the back of my hand. But if you like Goodfellas, then you like Casino. If you like then you like Donnie Brasco, you like Carlito's Way. And I'm like, no, I just couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into that. So it's like, just because in your case, Brian, oh, you're a horror guy, you're probably gonna like, you know, whatever, and you're like, no, just because I like horror, I'm gonna like all horror movies, right? Just because Dan likes John Carter, he's gonna like all fucking, you know, space
Sci-fi.
heroes, sci-fi. You know, I think I told you guys before, when I was younger, I loved space movies. The Black Hole, Last Starfighter, you know, Star Wars, obviously, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I got turned away from the space and I went more fantasy. Right. I am more of Lord of the Rings. I am more castles and dragons and wizards and stuff like that. It's kind of weird how my taste changed.
Caesar.
It's
One thing I think we forgot to bring up before we end the show is, speaking of a movie that would have had a great sequel, is The Fifth Element. You're talking sci-fi now. That came to my mind with Bruce Willis and
but would it be? Would you need a sequel to that?
It'd be great. I think it'd be great. The Fifth, that was great. I think now more than ever, because those kind of like funny, campy sci-fi movies, they probably hold their own more now than they did even when it came out.
No, Heat is a fucking fantastic movie.
Heat is great. Heat is great.
Heat,
and they're doing a sequel to it.
Are they really?
Yeah.
How? What?
Sorry, it's not a sequel. It's a prequel. They're doing another Heat movie, but it's a prequel movie. Yeah, sorry.
Is it just called Flame or Smolder?
A little bit warm. It's called A Little Bit Warm.
a little bit warm.
A little bit warm.
Coming soon.
They're in elementary school. They're trying to steal the cafeteria milk.
In a world when everyone's too old, but they're showing up in a prequel. So, all right. Well, listen, gentlemen. This is some fun shit. You know, I think this is the reason why I like to do these movie shows, because we talk. You know, we don't even talk about. Maybe we'll talk about it next time. Series, TV shows that you guys are actually watching. TV series. No, that's funny, right, Tom? Because you don't do TV.
I very little, very little. Yeah.
So you're the movie guy.
Most of the TV stuff, if I'm watching TV, it's stuff that I came up with. Like I literally just binge watched Reno 911 1 through 6 seasons. Like that's what I do. There's some modern stuff. Like I like Breaking Bad. I think that's a great show. Better Call Saul was a great show. So there is some modern stuff that I like, but there's not a lot of TV that I do. What I find is a lot of the TV stuff, especially in the format that we get now, like 8 episodes or 10 episodes, like it feels like so much of it, like you could have just turned this into like a movie, guys. Like this is 10 hours, but you could have probably shaved that into a nice 3-hour movie, and I could have gone home and not spent all this time with it. It just feels like they're padding it because they have to, because it's their job. We gotta make so many episodes, so let's just pad this stuff out. So that's part of what I don't like. That's why I like old TV. Old TV, you had like an episode and like shit happened, and then you were like, we're on to the next episode, and shit happened. I've
nothing more I love than anthology series where it's just, you know, and I call it the 18 factor. Dun dun dun. I fucking helped this mom and pop store from all the gangsters.
Yeah.
and we beat them, and then dun dun dun. I helped this fucking tailor shop from going under, dun dun dun. Then they fucking a deli store, and it's like I like that stuff. Same thing with fucking the Hulk, right? He goes and fucking tire iron in one city and tire iron in the other city, and he's helping some mom and pop place. And this dude had more jobs. Bruce Banner had more odd jobs than anyone I've ever known. He worked in warehouses. He was sewing buttons. He was
a
dentist
scientist, man. He knew what was going on. He knows the workings of the world.
He was
He knows how to
cooking
make cement.
toenails.
He knows how to make bullet powder. He knows how to make,
It's
to make
it's
anything.
classic,
He was the
right?
original MacGyver. He was just a handyman.
But we did finally. We're in the middle of finishing up Mad Men. We never saw Mad Men.
Mad Men is good.
Mad Men is pretty strong. My
It's
wife
a strange movie. Like I remember back in the old days, the jokes used to be like, "Okay, we watch Mad Men, but what the hell happened?" But like it as a whole, especially if you're like binging it through, it's well acted. It's a good show.
I've never heard my wife scream at the TV more. And I'm like, well,
She's upset at the
this is-
secretary pool.
she's upset at just the fact that I go, well, Tammy, that's just the way it were, man. You would slap the chick on the ass and have her give you rocks, have you give your ice for your noon whiskey, for your noon bourbon. That's just the way it was. And it's just, anyways, we finally finished and binged Sons of Anarchy. Finally got around to watching it.
Yeah.
That was also that was good. It was pretty strong and stuff like that. So we are watching certain series. Thank goodness for the internet and streaming services. Back in the old days, you would have to buy the DVD set, right? You watch it and you sits in your fucking shelf forever, like what Tom
Watch it
has.
once and then you don't watch it
Yeah,
anymore.
you want to see my DVD shelf?
No, I don't
All my
wanna see
TV
your
shows,
DVD.
but it's better to buy them now because they're like $3, $4 instead of like 40 like they were back in the day.
Oh God! All right, so let's go around and let's promote your shit. Dan, what's going on, my man? Let's start with you first.
All right. Well, again, good show tonight, guys. That was good chat. If you don't find me here on the comic menu, you'll find me on Instagram at Tree City Comics, where I'm always posting about the books I'm reading, the shows I'm watching, anything and everything with our comic and collectible community. I'm writing about it. So, I hope you guys find me out on Instagram, Tree City Comics, and we can connect and, share, the hobby that we love so much. And then on top of that, occasionally I'm hosting live sales with the Comic Underground. I think the last sale I hosted was with you, Brian. A great show. I mean, this guy kills it. But so you can find me on Instagram mostly. I'm never on Facebook. So if you ever do want to connect with me, you're going to find me on Instagram.
Yeah, good for you, pal. Brian, let's go with you next. Brian, I never got your shirts. You son of a bitch.
Oh, they're setting it right. I see them right now. They're setting right.
Wow,
I
what
got
an
you.
ass.
Kev. But yeah, Dan
You said-
posted this not too long
you
ago.
said
So
that
we're
last
always on Instagram. That's kind of our platform, is with comic books and T-shirts and whatever else I can scrounge up at the moment that's laying around this house, and we usually try to sell it. But
I claim that lamp, claim that vase.
it's, whatever toy action figures. Well, it don't matter whatever we got. But yeah, so this I look forward to this. This was fun. We much like my comic shows, 2 hours of me talking, and whether you all care about it or not, I'm still going to do it. And it's, and I look forward to it. So it's kind of like our shows, Dan, right? When we do some people hang out with us the whole entire time. Other people are like, ugh, I can't handle this. And Brian and Dan talk about comic books all the time. So, But yeah, I look forward to it. It's a fun time, and I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, it's fun.
I'm glad. Well, listen, you're gonna be a regular every month, unless we have a horror comic talk. Then I'll bring you in. But other than that, you're a part of the member now of this movie talk. All right, Tom, what do we got going on? I know you're going to a couple cons.
We start cons the end of May. Doing a bunch of Midwest stuff here local. So I'll be at Hall of Heroes in Indiana at the end of May, and then I go up in June to New York for Ostravaganza. Then Motor City, not Motor City, Capital City, not Capital City, Jesus. Cherry Comic-Con, Cherry City Comic-Con up north. And then I'm going to be going out to Reno for Silver Age Comic-Con, my first time out there. And then I'll be heading back to San Diego Comic-Con this year for the first time. So it's going to be a busy May, June, July period of time. We have our Kickstarter running right now for our Legend of Oz series. So if you guys like the Dorothy Gale Western, that's running right now until a week from Wednesday. And then we'll have Goth Day starting in May 22nd.
All right. Tom is busy as always, ladies and gentlemen. And talk about busy, not me. No, I'm busy. I'm busy with work. I don't know what's going on. You know, I can relate with you, Brian, because I'm like you. I talk for 2 hours and people are like, Then there's people who stick around for the whole 2 hours, right? So
Right.
it's we're doing something right. I don't know. Before we go, nothing fucks. You're right. Kung Fu was basically almost the same thing. This guy went from town to town and helping people out with his Kung Fu ways, right? So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start doing next year. I
He's
think
going
I'm
to
gonna just
wander.
quit
He's
my
going to
job.
wander around.
I think I'm gonna wander the earth and impress. I'm gonna walk into shops and going, are there any people giving you trouble?
He's just going to do a door to door. Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, are you gonna help us? I'm like, no, I just want to know.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna call the police. That's all I can do. That's because I have no martial arts or anything else. I'm absolutely worthless to you.
I love.
All right,
Listen,
everybody.
my brain just went crazy about the idea of a door-to-door superhero who's just going through the neighborhood and knocking on the door and trying to figure out what the hell he can do. Like there's something there. There's something
Hey, isn't
there.
that like dial H for hero, right? It was
I
kind
don't
of
know.
like,
Is it?
you know,
I don't.
yeah, I don't know. You just dial H for hero and you show up and like, what can I help you with? Oh, the fucking refrigerator needs to be moved. All right. Okay. Well, next week we have the 14th. We're gonna have Mark Fenton back on. We're gonna talk about the Comic-Con that he's throwing here in Albuquerque. If you're in the Albuquerque area, or if not, fly on in, drive on in. If you're one of those that just want a con with just artists and writers and comic books, this is the one for you, people. It's very cheap to get in. They have a VIP on that Friday. I think
When is it?
now it's the 18th,
Of this month?
17th, 18th, and 19th. The 17th is a VIP where you get to mingle with all the writers, and they get to do. It's just one of those meet and greets, very personal. You're gonna have Brett Booth. He's gonna be here. The guy who doesn't travel very much. He'll be here. Andy Coons. We have Gonzo. He's gonna join. There's quite a few people who are gonna show up, and what Mark is gonna try to do is grab some of these people to jump on the show, so we can help promote this con. I mean, Tom, if you're not doing anything, take a flight over Albuquerque. It's not that expensive. Well, fuck, I don't know. Maybe it is. Other than that, shit, I don't know. I guess we'll see you next week. Love you guys. Remember, don't be a douche.